We open NFS Car Toolkit, load our model from the folder of original model, then we export all geometry into the same folder and do the same with textures. We open Blender, import this file from the same folder, and see that there is a mess in the outliner, all of the objects outlined. So we need to optimize this. With this script, it will automatically group them into collections that is easy for using. We applied the first script and then apply the second script. And here we see that every style of the customization is in each own folder. The markers we set to the collection manually, and there is some collection like base, which are essential elements like inside of, then kit 00, which is base, and all of the other kits. So now let's turn on geometry wireframe and turn down opacity a little bit to see the geometry. And here are all of our kits. Now let's create a plane that will help us to set the height of all of the bumpers, so it will be like a guideline. And let's disable the grid and see that first two bumpers have different height, so let's fix that. But first of all, let's save the project in the same folder, name it golf. Now we need to create a duplicate of our default bumper because other two has bugs. The original geometry was built with a different methodology. That's why every sharp corner or point is a loose edge, and it happens in all the places. This does not work for us, so we need to fix it. Now we create a duplicate of our bumper, rename it, and adding at the end letters OG, original. Now we need to clean the mesh. I do it with instant clean add-on without dissolve, and after clicking we save a lot of geometry, but it looks too smooth, so now we need to make it sharp again. And this is the manual process, unfortunately, but this is the limitation of modding such old game. As a result, you need to have two objects, bumper underscore A, which is the model that will be used in the game, and the A underscore OG object, which is hidden, so it will not be exported, but we always can use it as backup. Now we create a duplicate of our original bumper, and this copy move into collection kit 01. Now let's rename it to kit 01 and at the end underscore base. Now let's edit the model with kit 01 bumper. We hide everything else and edit the model. Here we delete the upper part, so at the end we will have only the lip itself. Now, as usually, we create a duplicate of it and rename it to end OG at the end, just to have a backup. Now we clean the topology of the object and making the geometry sharp again. As we make our base bumper visible, we see that our lip does not fit the base of the bumper, so we edit it. And important, we need to check correct face attributes so our vinyls in the game would fit perfectly. So we continue edit the model to make it fit in. Now let's make the height of the lip our preferred. So we need to move some geometry a bit. Now it's time to merge these two objects. For the sake of easiness, I renamed them a bit so you would understand what happened. It's time to export the bumper and see what will happen. For this, we need to make all objects visible. It is necessary to make export work right. We save the file in the obj file format. We open it in NFS Toolkit. In Export tab, we need to make sure that the game is set to Need for Speed Underground 1 in my case, and the car Golf in my case. After that, we hit geometry. We see the last line failed to geometry. We filter only by errors and warnings. Errors are red. It means that because of these red lines, export failed. Let's fix the first error. The red square is the object we need to fix. Blue arrow is material we need to fix. In Blender, we find this exact object and find this exact material. Then, considering that this is letter B, this is low level detail, we can compare it to the higher level, like _A object, and we find out that there is no error and a different material. So we copy this material from _A and replace it in our object with the new material. We try to export and see that the problem is gone. Now we do this for all the other objects and materials. And after that, we see that we exported successfully. Now you see that in the game it works fine and without any problems. And I also took time and adjusted the height of each of the front bumpers to be the same height and fixed some proportions.